Hey everybody, it's Sarah, Lonesome Glory, and this is not the video I had intended to record for you today. Um, I had intended to do as someone suggested down in the comments and make a video about all of the BreyerFest horses since they just announced the last one. I wanted to talk about what I liked about some of them, what I didn't like, what I thought was cool, which one I thought would be the glossy split, right? You get the idea. But a couple of hours ago, I got the email from Breyer that I'm sure all of the rest of you got too, that BreyerFest, at least in the physical, we all go to Kentucky and have BreyerFest form, isn't happening. So I thought I would take a minute and talk about that. First off, I just want to say that yes, I'm disappointed. Very. I love going to BreyerFest, and I'm very sad. There's a lot of things that I love about BreyerFest, but, and this is a very important but, as disappointed as I'm sure all of us are, it's not just me, I want to make it really, really clear that I think Breyer and Reeves and everyone involved with the decision made the right choice. I want that clear, especially given the fact that I'm putting out this video. I don't think they could have made another choice. The virus and everything that's going on right now is very serious. And the best way to keep people safe and to stop the spread is not to have mass gatherings of humanity. And BreyerFest, for all that we love it, is just that. It's a mass gathering. There were 40,000 people there last year. I don't know exactly who prompted it, whether it was the Kentucky government or the federal government or Breyer's internal directors, but they made the right choice. This is how to keep everyone safe. Knowing that, I'm still sad and I'm still disappointed, and I'm sure a lot of people are. And frankly, I think that's okay. This is a big event that a lot of us put a lot of time and a lot of effort into and a lot of thought, and it's not going to happen. So it's okay to be upset, to be disappointed, to be sad. But I think we also have to recognize that it's the best thing that they can do for everyone. Part of the reason that BreyerFest being not canceled, but the live in person part of it being canceled is so disappointing is BreyerFest isn't, to those of us who've gone for so many years, it's not just about the models that we pick up and buy, and it's not about just being able to be the first person who sees the surprise model, the first person who sees that special model or whatever. It's really about a lot more than that. It's about being at an event with a large group of people who enjoy the same thing you do and who are excited about the same thing you do. And that's what's kind of helpful right now, is I know that there's a large group of people who are feeling the same way I am, that are disappointed that this isn't happening. Every year on our way back, and this has happened since the first BreyerFest that Mom and Dad and I went to, But we get in the car and we start our drive, or when the first years when we flew to BreyerFest, we would talk and ask each other what was our favorite. That's always been the question. What is our favorite? And when we're talking about that in our family, that question is, what was the favorite thing that happened? What's your favorite thing that you saw, or your favorite thing that you heard, or favorite thing that happened? It's a bigger, broader question, as opposed to, your favorite model that Breyer produced that year or something. And every year, especially while we drove, that question would take longer and longer to answer. Mom would have stories that she would tell of things she saw, of people she met in line, the family of first-timers that she spent so long telling about, the little secrets and tips to help them navigate their first BreyerFest. Or Dad would talk about the people he saw walking while he was driving the golf cart around, and the rides he gave them and the stories they told him. Or we talk about the room sales and the poor dad being drug around by his horse crazy daughter and her two best friends, or the poor first time family who had no idea what that clarion was going to look like and just seemed completely overwhelmed. Or the little bitty tiny girl that Mom gave a model to because she looked so excited to just be surrounded by horses. None of our stories, when we talk about our favorite, none of them were ever about the model. The story was never, I finally found that horse I'd been wanting forever, or I was drawn early enough in the line to get 2 surprise models or something. It was always about the people that we saw and we talked to. So that's why this is so disappointing, and why I'm sad, because this is the first year since 2001 that I won't get to go to Kentucky and see my horse family. And that's rough, because I don't see these people all the time. Some of them I met at BreyerFest, and I only see at the park or at the Clarion or at the swap meet or the show or wherever. And that's sad. So, what is the point of me telling you all this? Why have a video where I'm obviously just sad and upset, and what's the point? This is the point, and this is the important part. And if you take nothing else away from this, please take this. We're not going to have BreyerFest in Kentucky this year, but there will be one in 2021. So, here's what I need from you guys. Stay inside. Listen to the CDC. Obey the stay-at-home orders. Do what you need to do to keep yourself and to keep everyone else healthy. Wash your hands. Practice social distancing. Do all of those things now, so that next year, in 2021, in July in Kentucky, I can see all of you there, and we can have one heck of a party. All right? That is my point. And that is what I wanted to say to you guys today. So that's what I've got. This isn't a fun video. I'm sorry. I will be doing the BreyerFest video about all the horses. I promise I will get it done at some point. Just not today. I'm going to need a couple days. I want to see if Breyer puts out any more information about how they're going to do this and get a better feel for it. But I will talk about the BreyerFest horses. I will put out more fun videos that aren't just me sad in front of a camera. But I wanted to make sure that you guys all heard that today. So, thank you for watching, especially if you've watched all the way to the end. Have a good evening. Stay safe. Stay inside. Stay healthy. And goodbye from both of us here.